Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week to talk sewing patterns for the Golden Globes. I'm sure many of you watch this. It's one of my favourite events each year because everyone's wearing incredible outfits. Obviously this year was a bit different. Actually, I really liked it. It was quite a fun kind of, for COVID, as fun as it gets. So it was filmed simultaneously in New York and LA. And they'd asked all the people who'd won to submit a video for their kind of acceptance speech. But it was really funny. If anyone follows some of these people on Instagram, you could see pictures of them in their amazing sort of couture gowns at home, which I found it made me chuckle. So every time that this happens, I start looking at sewing patterns and thinking, oh, what pattern would you use to make that dress? So I have picked, how many have I got here? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 patterns of outfits that people wore that I found really beautiful patterns for, and I thought I'd share them with you. So I'm going to get started. The first one I've got is Nicole Kidman, who was wearing, sorry, my laptop is here, so I will be referring to it. Nicole Kidman, who was wearing Louis Vuitton. Such a beautiful dress, really simple, black, kind of high necked, with this kind of statement kind of chain pattern going down each side of it. I thought it was really elegant and sort of understated. So I got a really good pattern match for this. I was really pleased when I started looking. So the pattern I've got is a Simplicity 8330. Let me just have a look at the versions. So it'd be version A that I'm showing you now. It's pretty much perfect, I'd say. The only thing that I've noticed on the Nicole Kidman one is it's got a seam down the centre front, but in terms of the shape, this is pretty bang on. High necked, it's got a split in the side that Nicole Kidman's does, I think. Let's have a look. Yes, hers has got a split inside. Sleeveless. The back, I couldn't see any pictures of the back of her dress, but the back on this Simplicity dress is beautiful. I thought it would be really nice with that kind of really big, deep keyhole opening. Obviously you couldn't wear a bra with this, but it's fab. So I hope you think that's a good match. I was really, really pleased with that. Next up, we've got Sarah Paulson, who was wearing Prada. I adored this dress, really beautiful, classic sort of 50s fit and flare. For anyone wondering about the arm, the purple arm, she actually has broken her arm. So this was a custom Prada, sparkly kind of thing to cover up her cast, which I thought was really funny. This dress is so beautiful. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I think I got a pretty good match on this, actually. I was really pleased. It's the Vintage Vogue V1094. I will say that it's imprint, as in it's a kind of Vogue reissue, some of their patterns, but I thought this was almost bang on. It's got the same kind of top of the dress. It's even got the pleats on the band that go round the top of your arms. The shaping's similar. The only thing that's slightly different is I think that the Prada dress, you can see they've inserted sort of go days like just below the hip. It looks like that to me. But this dress definitely gives you, the Vogue one gives you a real feel. It's the same thing, really big, fit and flare. I think the shape just looks good on everyone. So I was really pleased. I thought that one was pretty close. So next up, I've got Jane Levy in Oscar de la Renta. Again, I love this picture of her at home with the sea in the background. I thought this dress was so beautiful. The fabrication on it is amazing. That sort of really big, that large scale sort of lace feel is really interesting. And obviously with quite a lot of these dresses, the fabric they use is the thing that really elevates it. So you could definitely spend some time hunting this out. And then it's got these like frills sort of cut into it. It's a really interesting shape. So the pattern that I found is not perfect, I will say, but I thought this would be a really good starting point. It's the McCall's 7865. So things that are really similar. That sort of high neck, but not a kind of funnel neck. It's kind of almost like a boat neck, but sleeveless. You can get that with this shape. Very similar in terms of the cut of the dress. The thing that is different is you can see with the Oscar de la Renta one, it's a classic fishtail. It really kind of goes out from just below the hips, kind of mid-thigh level. This dress does that, but I think if you wanted to recreate the Oscar de la Renta one, you'd need to add some more, add some more volume in at that point. Because the dress is cut with princess seams, this is going to make it quite a lot easier if you wanted to do that. So it is something that would be possible to do without it being really full-on pattern cutting. So I thought that was a good starting point. Next up, I've got Tina Fey, who I love this outfit. She presented the awards. She just looks great, really chic. I love it when women wear tailoring at these sort of events. I think it's great, and this dress is beautiful. So she's wearing a Versace kind of jacket dress. It looks like, I love that look where it looks like she's basically put on her boyfriend's jacket and just done it up. Really short. Yeah, I thought it was really great. So the pattern that I got for this, I think this was a pretty good match actually. It's the Blair jacket from Homer and Howells. You can see that it's slightly boxier than the one that she's wearing, so you could definitely taper it in and make it a bit more fitted if you want, but it's pretty similar. I think her one, by the looks of it, it's quite hard because it's dark, has less, it's not double-breasted, has less buttons down the front, which would definitely be possible to do, but I thought this definitely had the same feel. It's that tailored jacket, and actually it's a little bit more relaxed, which might be more useful for daily real life. But yeah, it's a fab pattern, so I thought that was quite good. Right, next we have got, who's next? We've got Margot Robbie in Chanel. I thought this dress was just so beautiful. I loved it. Really simple. It's that shape, that sort of high neckline with the straps and then the ruffles and then these sort of sleeve add-ons. I think it's gorgeous. I probably would wear it without the sleeves actually, but anyway. So the pattern I've got, again, not perfect, but a really good starting point, a good base I would say, is the Sycamore Lane dress from Sew to Grow. It's got the same shape around the neckline, it's got that sort of high neck, it's straight cut like the Chanel one, so the difference is that it doesn't have the ruffles in, but these would be really easy to add in. You just create a seam at different points down your dress and making gathered pieces that go in that seam. It wouldn't be kind of too hard for you to recreate. I couldn't find anything with the sleeve option, but I figure, like, I love this dress. I think it's a really lovely shape for summer, but if you wanted to sort of recreate that Chanel dress, I think that would be a really good starting point. Right, next up we have got Vanessa Kirby, who is in Gucci. How great is this dress? It's so beautiful, so elegant. She looks amazing. I've got another good starting point for this one. It isn't perfect, but I think you could definitely get there. So it is the McCall's 7569. And I'll show you the picture, and it doesn't actually look, because there's different versions of this dress. So what I would suggest if you wanted to recreate this look, I'll show you the line drawing. So it's actually made up with 2 different bodices and then 3 different skirt options. So if you pick the first bodice that has got that high neckline, this is the area where you need to make the most tweaks. So it wouldn't actually be as difficult as you would think. You would just finish the neckline a little bit further down and then create 2 ties that go around the back. I think if you get the shaping on the bust all sort of nailed, that tweak around the top won't actually be as difficult as you think it will be. Then the skirt, actually this was pretty bang on, straight cut skirt with slits in the side, which this one has. So I think you could definitely recreate this and it would look quite similar. It's definitely got the same feel. If anyone, I will say, I should have said this right at the beginning, if anyone has got suggestions of a better option or think of something else, share it down below, because I love hearing. I definitely don't think that my way is the right way. So if you see something else that you think is good, let me know. So our penultimate one is Salma Hayek in Alexander McQueen. I absolutely loved this outfit. It's so elegant, so beautiful. She looks like the little red lady emoji, doesn't she, in this? Yes, so elegant. I just adored it. So I think I've got quite a good option, but it does involve a hack. So I've got 2 patterns, one for the top half of the dress and one for the bottom half. So for the top half, the Simplicity S8870, I mean, that version is almost bang on. It's got the kind of asymmetric, or kind of one shoulder dress, cuts off right at the waist, bust darts, waist darts, really fitted, exactly like hers. The skirt on this isn't quite right. You can see it doesn't have enough fullness. The one that Salma's wearing is really full and kind of flowy. So I thought for the skirt, if you used the Butterick B5987, and this dress actually does feel a bit like that because it's got the one shoulder, it's got the full skirt, but the gathering up there I just didn't feel was quite right. So you could actually use this Butterick dress and start to tweak it, but I thought if you really wanted a more similar bodice, the Simplicity 8870 is a bit closer. So I hope that's a good like mix. Yeah. Right, this is my last one, and I think probably one of my favourite outfits. It's Olivia Coleman. She was wearing Armani. I love this look. I was saying earlier, I just love tailoring, women wearing tailoring at these sort of events. Thought she looked super chic. So I found the jacket and top of this. I didn't find the trousers. I didn't look for those, but you know, I figured it was all about the top half of her. Right, so for the, let me find where I am. For the jacket, I chose the Bellatrix blazer from Paper Cut Patterns. I love this. If you've never seen this, it's quite an old indie pattern, but it's beautiful. Got lots of shaping. It's got the same sort of shaping as hers. Hers is very fitted around the waist, and the Bellatrix blazer actually has a seam there, so you can really get it quite fitted. It's got that same shaping around the front, that curved shaping around the bottom of the seam, at the kind of bottom of the jacket, sorry. I just felt this felt really similar. I think it's really beautiful pattern, and I think it's a really lovely jacket. So to go underneath it, I was really pleased with this. I searched for quite a long time. I'll show you. The top she's got underneath is high necked. It's got a twist in it. It's velvet. And there's sort of twists up round the neck. And I looked for ages and I didn't think I'd find anything, but what I did find was pretty bang on. So I've got the Rosemary blouse from Style Arc. This has got that proper twist. You can make this in a velvet as well, and I think it's so close. It's high necked. It would look amazing onto the Bellatrix blazer. I just think actually the two of them is a really nice pairing. It's raglan sleeve. Obviously we can't see with Olivia's what is like underneath, but this is a really nice pattern, so I think those two together is a really good match. So that is it. There is a blog post down below if you want to go and have a look. I will pop links to all the patterns as well, so you know you can find them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. We will be back soon with another video. Bye!